Hi, parents and friends of West Angeles EEP. This is Deacon John Wilson. I'm the Education Enrichment Director for West Angeles Church in Los Angeles. My pastor is Bishop Charles E. Blake. This is part 3 of my video on the LGBTQ or queer calendar curriculum. That's what they call it. Year-round curriculum for K through 12 that was recently introduced and is going to be taught to your students in the fall. My first 2 videos, I focused on what it was and how you as a parent should react to it, and gave examples of the kind of things that will be in the curriculum, which is not only LGBTQ, it turns out. There's a lot of other gender and sexual issues that they want to bring into the classroom as well. And I wanted to inform parents about that. And I got a lot of your comments, including from teachers who I said, I think in part 2, that, it should bother them that an evangelical teacher, if you are one, even Catholic teacher, that you're teaching this in a public school. It should bother you that you're teaching other people's children this. I said I didn't want to judge you. That was a throwaway line. I wanted to make sure people knew that I was concerned about teachers too. And I had 2 teachers get a hold of me and actually agree with me in the long run. And they told me I should do a 3rd one. And I thought about it, and I am doing the 3rd one now as a message to LAUSD, what you should be doing right now to deal with this issue. I'm actually quite infuriated. I'm just under control. And I'm going to make sure you know why I'm upset. If you leave everything out, it's just some church Bible thumping deacon. He's not all that. And of course, he's going to think that he's church of God in Christ. And, I'm sure that's part of it. The other part is, I think, strange concept that parents should raise their children, not the government. And I don't like the feeling that teachers are going to teach about sexuality. I mean, before, back in the late 90s, I suppose, or earlier, it was sex ed. And even then they would notify you and you could pull your children out. I want to see something similarly done with these gender topics. I don't want to see it be part of students' grades. I want to see schools having to tell parents what's going on. So number one, I think LAUSD should require teachers to inform parents when they're covering these gender queer topics. They really, really should. So parents have the option to take them out. Number 2, it should not impact their grades on their report cards. It should not be part of that. It is not a part of reading, writing, and arithmetic. And we got to parents. I need you to take an interest in this. I'll talk about that at the end. Number 3, LA Unified, I think you should be required to freely publish this. I mean, it should have been published via the school board, and there should have been debate on it. You just went on your own and did it. I don't think there was much debate on it at the school board. I went back through the meetings. You need to be open in what you're doing. Come on, let's be transparent. What are you trying to hide? These are the kind of things, those 3 things I think you need to do to get my cooperation and support in the future. Otherwise, you won't have it. And I think that's a reasonable position I'm taking. I'm not saying you have to get rid of it, although I think you should get rid of it. It's ridiculous. You should not be teaching that kind of stuff to children that I had in part 2 of my video. You should not be teaching that in school. You should leave it to the parents. But I'm not even coming at you that way. I'm coming at you in a different way, that you should be open and honest. You know that this is something that parents want to agree with. Maybe you don't care. Maybe you feel it's your job to raise their children. And I don't like that. That is certainly not right, not ethical, and not biblical. That's all there is to it. It's just not. Now, parents, before I close here, I need you to write to the school board. I need you to tweet them, Facebook page, whatever you got to do. Let them know what you think about this. But before you do that, you need to go to your school and ask your teachers, one by one, even your math teacher, are you covering gender in your curriculum? Give them a chance to lie, tell you the truth. Go to your principal in your first meetings of the year. I need you continuously asking about it and getting back to me with the information. because I want to form some community support around this. I want to visit school board meetings. I want to make this a major issue in the coming school year. Parents, let me know what's going on in your schools. There's no other way I can know. But you have a right to ask what in Hades is being taught to your child in class. Please, parents, look into this. Even if you're in a private high school, I need you to look into it and get a hold of me. Let me work on this on my time a little bit. I want to give back in that way to make your learning experiences better. Now, remember, as always, if you want to pull them out of school, West Angeles Education Enrichment Program is here. We're forming functional learning pods as I speak. I have a big announcement about that in about a week. I'll do a video here with Yared and with Andrea and probably Kelly and maybe even Larry. We're going to have a nice video where we explain to you our plans for the coming year. So we're not going to lay dormant. We're going to help you to move your child forward in the coming school year, whether it's in person or online. God bless you. Bye-bye now.